Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another day on the house build. If you were with us in the last video, you've seen we managed to get the majority of our kitchen sorted out. We were up in Adelaide this weekend and managed to cover a couple of little bits and pieces, but there's a few bits that need actually specially made, like the side panels for our island bench in particular. So we're still waiting on them, but we can go ahead and get our door on over there and get our coventry finished there. The other thing is the splashback. We were kind of hoping to get into the splashback this video, but we're still not 100% sure on where we're going with that yet. Dara come across something really cool in Adelaide while we were up there on the weekend, and she wants to find out whether we can actually go ahead and do something like that in our area or not. So she's chasing that up, so fingers crossed in the next couple of videos we'll probably be getting up and into that section. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the lounge room area here. And one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to start focusing on getting the rest of the tiling done in this area here and sorted out. Get down to the hardware store, grab some skirting boards and stuff, get the skirting into the area. We also had a little bit of a mishap. One of our little ones decided he would run the pram into the wall, so we've got a bit of damage on the feature wall already. So we'll have to go ahead and take care of that, and fingers crossed we can patch that up without it looking too obvious on the wall. But as for now, we're going to go and get our stuff together, get into this floor, start doing some tiling. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so as you've seen, we've got the floor down, all the tiles are in the area now, glued down, grouted out, absolutely fantastic. Super chuffed with how it's all turned out. Started to really transform in here now, so we've no longer got any fresh concrete in the main area, which is looking absolutely fantastic. Some of you might have noticed that we've gone and tried a different system. These ones here were suggested by one of the viewers to me. So these ones actually go in between the tiles, turn, and then you lock it down with the cap there, and that self-levels the tiles. The same as the sows do, except at the end, once they're done, these ones you undo, you're supposed to be able to twist them out and pull them out. We didn't have a massive success rate with getting them all out without snapping them. There was quite a few of them that ended up snapping the little tabs off in the bottom there. In saying that, we did get probably claim back about 3/4 of them, so we can reuse them again if we decide that's the way we want to go. Overall, still think the sows are probably a better option. They're a little bit more expensive because you're paying for the bag each time, and then once you're done, you just snap them all off, but it's just a nice, easy, clean. Snap them off and you're ready to go. So you may see these up again, you may not. But in saying that, the next thing we're going to be taking care of now is the skirting boards around the room. So we've just been to the hardware store, and apparently there is no skirting boards for around the windows and the stacker doors within DYALLA. So it's going to be a little bit of a wait before we can get them. We have put our name down with them and said to them, if there's any come in, please put us forward so we can grab some. And they have done, they've taken it down, and we've got the preference over getting some straight away when they get here, which is absolutely fantastic. But for now, just so we can keep on moving on, what we've gone and done is we'll get all the old skirting boards out of the other rooms. We're going to cut it to size in this room, so we've got all the floor skirting boards in place. And then once we know that's all going to fit perfectly, we're going to go take it out, sand it up, we'll screw it in, gap fill it, and have it ready for painting. When we get the other stuff, we'll get all that fitted, and we'll be able to paint it all together. Should be super cool. And saying that, let's go get some wood, get into it. Alright guys, so we've gone ahead and we've cut all the skirting boards to size, ready to rock and roll, got all the paint off it, so it's all ready for just putting the bog in, sand it all back nice and tidy, ready for paint. But before we go and put the feature wall on, we're going to go and just do a couple of repairs. Like I said at the start, we had one of the little boys decided it was a good idea to run a pram into the wall and kind of chipped into the plasterboard. And over here they were playing with some tent that they had, and they got a little bit of damage in there. And then, just to add to it all, little one here decided it was a good idea when Dad put down the texture to go and do some drawing. So, epic mistake on my behalf. She got her artwork in, so we're going to go ahead and get a bucket of sugar soap first up, try and sort that out. If it doesn't come off, we'll probably end up just chucking some paint over the top of that as well. And fingers crossed, I don't leave the texture laying around again. So in saying that, let's get into it. so it's been a little bit of a slow process, this one. We finally got our wood from Mitre 10. It took about 3 weeks to get here. But once we got it, we started cutting it up, sticking it all up. Then we had to go through the process of putting all the wood bog on, covering all our screw holes and all the damage. Because we used the original skirting off the house down below, along the floorboards there. We actually needed to fix little bits of damage and old screw holes and stuff in that. And then just where we screwed up the original one, the new ones, we had to take care of that. So we've gone and done all that, sanded it all back, as you've seen in the process. Then we've gone and masked everything up. So we started off with our normal drop pads, and then we found this new stuff which you just roll out and then rolls down, which is pretty cool. Made it a little bit easier again. And last but not least, we've gone and used the new tape on the top here. Because we've got the feature wall, we want a nice straight line. Usually Dara will do a pretty firm hand and she starts painting it and does a nice job. But we thought this way it might just save it a little bit and let her less stress when she's painting it. So we found this new tape to try. So last time we tried doing a tape job on the paint, although it was a couple of days old, it did actually rip the paint off with it. So we were worried about that. I was talking to the guys at Mitre 10 and they said, one, because it's about a month old now, the paint should be absolutely fine. But two, if we wanted a more sensitive one, we use this purple tape, and that's actually good for fresh painting on. So apparently it's just a little bit less sticky, well, it sticks, but it's a little bit less aggressive on the pull off. So we've gone and give it a crack, so fingers crossed it works, because otherwise we're going to have a lot of touch-ups to do. So in saying that, we're going to go and get some paint, start painting it up. Alright guys, so this video has taken a little bit longer than we anticipated, but we've got all our wood for the windows and stuff, and we got it all sorted out, so I didn't really want to put this video up until this room was actually absolutely complete. And here we go. So we now have a lounge room, which is super cool because it's been a while since we've had an actual lounge room now. About 2 years actually. So really cool. Got the new couch. Dara picked out a rug. We've got the TV up on the wall. Everything's sweet. Everything's looking fantastic in this room. Apart from our doors, we've still got to paint the doors, but they'll come in a later video. Other than that, super suave. And just to top it off, we just received our tiles from Beaumont's Tiles for the kitchen splashback, which will be coming in the next video, so you want to stay tuned for that. But as for now, we're going to call that a wrap for this video. We hope you're enjoying the footage. I hope you're enjoying watching the build coming from where it has been to where it is now. Seeing this place actually getting joined on, the framework, the cladding, to what it's turned out now is absolutely fantastic, super cool. And just to be able to experience it and know that we did all the work here is really cool. If you're enjoying the footage, please don't forget to hit that like button, set your notifications for upcoming videos. Plenty more to come. We've still got a few rooms to go, and then hopefully we'll be jumping onto the outside pretty soon. We really appreciate you taking your time to watch our videos. But as for now, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.